From the pages of Wrestling World, June 1995. The June 1995 issue of Wrestling World provides an in-depth look at the state of professional wrestling during a transitional period. With new superstars rising, long-time legends still dominating, and fresh rivalries brewing, the issue covers the latest happenings across World Wrestling Federation, World Championship Wrestling, and international wrestling promotions. This month's edition includes a feature on Hacksaw Jim Duggan's career, Randy Savage's controversial move to World Championship Wrestling, Diesel's reign as World Wrestling Federation champion, the latest top 50 wrestler rankings, fan letters, opinion columns, and much more. Featured cover story, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, America's favorite son. In a sport filled with larger-than-life characters, Hacksaw Jim Duggan has always stood out as a true American hero. From his humble beginnings to his rise in professional wrestling, Duggan has maintained a strong connection with fans through his patriotic persona and high-energy performances. The article highlights his legendary battles in World Wrestling Federation, where he frequently clashed with villains like Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, and King Harley Race. His move to World Championship Wrestling in 1994 was seen as a fresh start, but the feature asks, can Duggan continue to thrive in a new environment, or has his time in the spotlight faded? The article also touches on his trademark entrance, waving the American flag and carrying his famous 2x4 as he marches to the ring, chanting his signature, "Who?" Duggan remains one of the most beloved brawlers in wrestling, and this retrospective reminds fans why he will always be remembered as one of the sport's true patriots. Top stories and features. Randy Savage joins Hulk Hogan in World Championship Wrestling. In one of the biggest moves in wrestling, Macho Man Randy Savage has officially left World Wrestling Federation and signed with World Championship Wrestling. The article explores why Savage left his longtime home, speculating on backstage tensions with Vince McMahon and a desire for more creative control. Hulk Hogan's influence in World Championship Wrestling is discussed, with rumors that he personally lobbied for Savage to join him. The feature considers whether Savage and Hogan's former alliance as the Mega Powers will lead to a reunion, or if they are destined to become bitter rivals once again. Savage's first matches in World Championship Wrestling have already made headlines, and the magazine asks, will he bring the same intensity that made him a legend in World Wrestling Federation? With Savage now part of World Championship Wrestling's main event scene, the wrestling world is eagerly watching his next moves. Beauty and the Beast, Alundra Blaze vs. Bull Nakano. Women's wrestling has reached a new level of intensity, thanks to the epic rivalry between Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano. Blaze, the reigning World Wrestling Federation Women's Champion, has been defending her title against Japan's powerhouse Bull Nakano in a series of brutal, hard-hitting matches. The article highlights Nakano's unmatched strength, her top-rope guillotine leg drop, and her relentless aggression in the ring. Blaze's technical wrestling skills and speed have allowed her to remain a dominant champion, but for how long? With rumors swirling that Blaze may leave World Wrestling Federation, the feature asks, is this the last chapter in one of the best women's wrestling rivalries of all time? This is a must-read feature for fans of technical, high-stakes women's wrestling. Diesel's drive to greatness. Since defeating Bob Backlund for the World Wrestling Federation Championship in just 8 seconds, Diesel has proven to be a fighting champion, but not without controversy. The article examines his rise from Shawn Michaels' bodyguard to the top star in World Wrestling Federation. Diesel's dominant title defenses against challengers like Shawn Michaels, Sid Vicious, and Bam Bam Bigelow show that he has what it takes to lead the company. However, some critics argue that Diesel lacks the charisma and drawing power of former champions like Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart. With new threats lurking in the locker room, including The Undertaker and British Bulldog, the magazine asks, can Diesel solidify himself as a true all-time great, or will his reign be short-lived? With SummerSlam just a few months away, all eyes are on Diesel's next big title defense. Official rankings. The top 50 wrestlers in the world. A special feature ranking the top wrestlers across multiple promotions. Top 10 wrestlers in the world. The Undertaker, Sting, Bret Hart, Vader, Macho Man Randy Savage, Diesel, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, The Great Muta. The rankings spark debate as fans weigh in on who should be ranked higher and who was snubbed. Regular columns and fan interactions. Matt Mail letters from the fans. Fans write in with thoughts on wrestlers, matches, and personal encounters with superstars. Some notable letters include a fan's tribute to Art Barr remembering his success in Mexico in World Championship Wrestling, a heated debate on Lex Luger and Bret Hart, with one fan claiming that The Undertaker should be ranked higher than both, a letter criticizing World Wrestling Federation's kid-friendly approach, accusing Vince McMahon of making the company too cartoonish. Stately States, the opinion column by Stately Wayne Manor. This sarcastic and controversial column takes shots at Hulk Hogan's refusal to face Vader in a real match. Tatanka selling out to Ted DiBiase's $1 million corporation. Shawn Michaels being a fighting champion, while calling Hulk Hogan a politician who only fights when it benefits him. Other notable sections. Northwest Canadian Wrestling News, a look at regional promotions in Canada. Takedowns on tape, reviews of popular wrestling VHS tapes. Pen Pal Alley, fans looking for wrestling pen pals worldwide. Merchandise and contests, win prizes such as autographed photos, wrestling action figures, and rare trading cards. Final thoughts. The June 1995 issue of Wrestling World delivers hard-hitting analysis, rankings, and in-depth coverage of professional wrestling's biggest stars. Hacksaw Jim Duggan remains an American hero. Randy Savage's move to World Championship Wrestling changes the game. Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano's rivalry is redefining women's wrestling. Diesel's reign as World Wrestling Federation champion continues to be tested. The top 50 rankings reveal the best wrestlers in the world today. With wrestling evolving faster than ever, this issue is a must-read for fans keeping up with the sport's biggest moments. Like, share, and subscribe.